The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining us for our webcast today. We will be presenting options and variance management in Windchill. I'm Matt Tagnarelli. I will be your moderator, and Sadanand Kitture will be is our BWI Senior Technical Consultant, and he will be our presenter today. We'll begin with a brief BWI intro, who we are, how we help manufacturers with solutions across the product lifecycle, then we'll go right into the presentation around options and variance management in Windchill, along with a live demo, and then at the end we will wrap up with questions and answers at the end of the webcast. You're all currently in listen-only mode, but you can write in your questions throughout the webinar, and we will make sure to answer them at the end of the webcast. Barry-Wehmiller International is a division of Barry-Wehmiller, a $2.4 billion global organization that provides capital equipment, engineering, and IT consulting for a diverse array of industries. With more than 130 years of manufacturing experience, Barry-Wehmiller has a rich blend of capabilities and legacies of more than 80-plus businesses united by the company's strong values, innovation, service, and business. Barry-Wehmiller continues to grow rapidly with more than 11,000 team members in 100-plus locations worldwide, serving customers in all corners of the world. Barry-Wehmiller International is the global provider of business and technology solutions to the mid-market manufacturing domain. Our unique business model enables us to offer global expertise and consultative services and having a strong local presence in the markets we serve. With operations strategically located to meet client needs throughout the U.S., Europe, and Middle East, Asia Pacific, BWI offers world-class engineering, enterprise, IT, application managed services solutions, and enables its clients to achieve a competitive edge in their marketplace. Our global headquarters is located in Atlanta, Georgia, with additional offices throughout North America, Europe, and India. Barry-Wehmiller International is the global engineering and enterprise consulting division of Barry-Wehmiller, a U.S.-based manufacturing leader of over. Our division provides total solutions across the product lifecycle, helping manufacturers and leaders drive more business engineering. Barry-Wehmiller has a rich manufacturing legacy tracing back to 1885, serving all sizes of businesses, ranging small, mid-sized to Fortune 1000 manufacturers. We provide solutions for a diverse group of customers spanning the globe in Europe, Asia, and the U.S., from small companies to large household names and everywhere in between. We got a quick couple of poll questions here, and then I will turn it over to Sadanand. First question is, are you currently using configurable products in Windchill? Alrighty, thank you. Next question is, how efficient is your organization in managing design variance? Alrighty, thank you. And the final question here, and we will get to what you guys are here for. Do you agree supply-driven manufacturing industry is increasingly transforming into demand-driven? Alrighty. Thank you, everyone. I will now make Sadanand the presenter and get you to the presentation.
Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome, Sadanand. You should have the ball there. I'll let you know when we can see your screen.
Yeah, please let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Not yet. There we go. We got your screen there, and then if you can put it in presentation mode, there we go.
All right. Thanks, Matt, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Good morning. All right. So I welcome all to this webinar, Managing Design and Variants with Windchill. So the overall agenda of this webinar is introduction, options and variants in a Windchill, followed by a demonstration, and then we can take a questions and answer session. So first of all, introducing about myself. My name is Sadanand. I'll be conducting this webinar today. I've been working on a PTC products, Windchill, PDM link, project link implementation, configuration and customization for 8 years. So to start with options and variants, let us understand why there is a need of variants. So the picture on the right hand side illustrates the steadily increase of product variety in a US auto industry. Henry Ford, one of the founder of mass production, achieved unprecedented productivity gains with the strategy based on the low product variety. His famous quote was like, any customer can have a car painted any color that he wants, so long as it is black. But some years later, Alfred P. Sloan's reply, a car for every purpose and purpose, articulated the General Motors strategy of a differentiated price and a value, and their concept of product offerings from Chevrolet to Cadillac. So even there is another, using this strategy of product variety, General Motors grew steadily to become the largest enterprise in the world, selling enormous market share from Ford along the way. There is another example of a Mazda 323 which is produced in a Japan Hiroshima plant. So they delivered worldwide markets in 180 different colors, included 4 shades of black. So these are the examples are for ionic verse to the Henry Ford's code. So as all we know, the customer's requirement nowadays has been changing time to time. In the current market, the variety of products offered in the most industries has increased steadily over the last several decades. This is because of due to high demand types of the manufacturing like craft production, mass production, lean production, etc. So as more companies compete internationally, the product markets become more crowded and the product differentiation more important nowadays. So while many companies struggle with this product variety, sometimes suffering reduced the productivity and the quality, it is found in some of the OEMs or manufacturing plants that they organize their production in a way that allows them to absorb high levels of product variety without compromising their productivity and the quality. So the obvious question at this point, how do some plants manage the effects of product variety? So at the end, your clients may choose one of each variants, but before choosing that variant, they may choose more than one option in the same product. And there where the options and variants OMV comes into the picture. So before going deep into the options and variants, I would like to reflect some business strategy that have been used in OEMs and manufacturing industries to support this product variability. So the first strategy we will talk about the assemble to order. This strategy is also known as build to order, wherein this strategy, the products are ordered by customers, are produced quickly, and these products are customizable to a certain extent with the distinct options and choices. The strategy requires the basic parts of general parts where the parts are already manufactured but not yet assembled. The industries like the production of passenger vehicles, large and heavy equipments, computers, or where the mass volume productions are there, the assemble to order ATO strategy has been used. Coming to the second strategy, configure to order. So in this strategy, the products are assembled and configured based on the customer specific requirements. So no more engineering is required or needed when the customer requirements are already known. So industrial products or automotive or aerospace suppliers use this CTO strategy. Engineer to order is almost similar to the configure to order strategy. Many of the automotive and aerospace suppliers use engineer to order strategy where the component, your general product, is designed, engineered, and built to specification only after the order has been received. Talking about the assemble to stock strategy, this strategy is used to design a general product with the minute changes of their changes to address the individual market or sales channel needs. So most of the consumer product industries where the product may be mass produced in several color, sizes, or with varying levels of key features in the product. And finally, the contract product development where the industries like aerospace or defense where the custom design and custom manufacture of a product to fulfill the unique requirement of a specific customer is needed. So this strategy has been used. So to achieve all these manufacturing strategy, if you look into the solutions, we have few softwares available for these manufacturing strategies to achieve. So assemble to order or build to order, the strategy can be achieved using PTC Windchill options and variants. While configure to order, this strategy can be achieved by Creo option modeler. And engineer to order can be achieved by Creo parametric. Now if you focus on the Windchill capabilities, so Windchill is able to create and manage configurable product or part structures. Windchill meets the optionality requirement of the customers. We can create number of options and choices in the Windchill, and furthermore we can filter them depending upon the selection logic. There is the filtering of some applied rules on these options and choices and get the corresponding variants as a result. Windchill is also capable of handling advanced level of optionality requirement. Like the choices can be further classified into sub-choices for even more specific selections. Like if you take the example of color of the car, now customer can choose color from different shades of one color also. So here color is the option, red color is the choice, and dark red, Venetian red, faint red, etc. would be the sub-choices. Windchill combines both this filtering and advanced selection of capabilities to filter out and fine-tune the results so that you can preview of the variants before generating it as a deliverable. And finally, the variants will be created as per requirement and reused in the further assemblies, processes, and applications. Hence, the PDC Windchill options and variants offers the companies the ability to configure their basic PLM rapidly, that it necessarily can be adjusted with respect to the customer's specific CAD. So here is the process of defining the general product family, wherein in the first stage, we study about the requirements, then after analyze the core and optional features of the product, and we create the product variants. So I will cover all the steps in my demonstration. Going further, this picture depicts about the elements of the configurable structure. So if you look at the top level, the configurable table product is the top level product of the product family, which comprises of configurable model, providing different options to select and proceed with a variant creation as per the requirement. The configurable model is nothing but your sub-assembly having some standard or optional parts to choose. Now, if you look at there are two types of tires, and so by selecting distinct options or choices, by selecting any one of the tire, I can create a different variant. On the right hand side, the different color codes represent the different options and choices. Now, by combination of distinct options and choices, I can create different variants which are shown under the arrow marks. So for this top level configurable product, to have it as a generic platform design, some of the steps are used in design. So analyzing the platform and optionality requirement, assessing the current products for reuse, creating the generic product definition, releasing and maintain the platform. Let us understand this by example of a car manufacturing industry. I've taken the example of this car because the same terminologies I have used in my demonstration, so that you can correlate to what is the configurable product, module, option, choices, and variants, etc. So if you look at the picture, the car, the central element is our configurable product. So basic requirements of the car: which type of car to be manufactured, what is the engine selection, tire of the car's color, air conditioning, etc. Now these we can call it as options, and options can be sometimes must require or sometimes not. A car may or may not have air conditioner depending upon the design or requirements, whereas the engine, tire, color, these are the mandatory options required for the manufacturing of the car. Now every option will have different choices to further selection, like air conditioner have different choices of Samsung, LG, and Voltas. The color option have the red, black, silver. So after selection of each option and choice, the specific variants will be generated based on the selection logic. Now if you look at the table, the three types of AC, or three types of a car, three types of a tire, type, and engine, by different combination I can create 243 numbers of variants. I have taken two variants as an example. I am not listed all these 243 variants, but in a Windchill, you can define all these options and choices in the option pool, which is our central database. And before creating these 243, using the different filters, option filters, you can view and you can finalize your variants. So before creating 243 parts actually in a Windchill as a deliverable, you can preview them and you can make your decision. So these are the two steps during creation of your variant: analyzing specific variant requirements, assessing the current platform for reuse, creating the variant definition, and releasing and maintain variant. Now the first variant I've taken as an example, where among the three choices of an air conditioner, Samsung, LG, and Voltas, I've taken Voltas as a air conditioner. I've chosen silver. Silver is the color of my car body. The type of the car I want, hatchback. Engine I have used Maruti Suzuki, and tire as Continental. So all these option and choices selection logic makes one variant that I have named as a Suzuki Swift. Coming to the variant 2, I have changed my air conditioner from Voltas to Samsung, I've chosen the body of my car as a red. I've selected the type of the car as a sedan. I've kept the engine the same as that of my variant 1, and the tire Bridgestone. So this is different variant. I've named it as a Suzuki Desire. So these distinct options and choices play a prominent role in creating your different variants. These are some of the terminologies used in options and variants in a Windchill. I'll cover all these things in my demonstration. So this picture tells about how the configurable CAD structure is tied together with a part structure associating the objects with some kind of links. We can call it as owner link in a Windchill, and providing the information like option sets, options, choices, and expressions, etc. Now, how options and variants OMV is configured in a Windchill. So there are some steps. Once you create all your bill of material part structure, you have to convert it as into the configurable product at the top level. Then you have to create some options and choices required for the product family. You have to create all these options and choices in an option pool. So option pool acts like a central database from where the selection of options and choices can be done. So option set it's a set of options and choices that are required to create your configurable product, and then further, depending upon your configurable rules and selection logic of the options and choices, that creates a different product variants. So this is how the different choices are linked with the options. Now in Windchill, the options are also created in two categories. One is the sales and design. So depending upon the requirement, the option will be categorized as the design options and sales option. And then furthermore, during creation of a variant, if you filter out using the design or sales, so some design engineers, they can set design as option filter, and they can view the design related choices and options, while the salespersons, they can set the sales as a options, sales as a category for the options, and they view related or respected options and choices for creating the different variants. Now Windchill also provides to create some of the configurable rules that will make your product variant creation very effective and efficient way. It reduces the time required for building your configurable product. So the first picture talks about the included rules. Now take an example of a top level car. So whenever the top level car is selected, so the automatic transmission or front wheel drive or airbags, these some features gets added into the car automatically. Now whenever the choice 1 from option 1 is selected, the choice 7 from option 3 and choice 13 from the option 5 gets included or gets selected automatically. You need not to go and manually select those options. Whereas in exclude rules, if you go for a low edition car, so these automatic transmission or airbags or front wheel drive, these features get excluded from the variant. So when the choice 1 is selected, the choice 9 will be excluded automatically. And enable rules talks about whenever you go for a mid-level car. So enable rule makes you available for the selection of the choices. So from the automatic or manual selection, you can select any one of them. From front or rear wheel drive, you can select any one of the choice between them. From disc or drum brakes, you can select any one of the choice between them. So once your configurable product is created, you apply all the options and choices expressions to its configurable models, that is child parts of that part structure, and you create your different variants. Now Windchill provides the option of comparing your variant structures. Now you can see during comparison, you can even have a look at the part structure, and you can find out which part is missing, which assembly, where it has been used. On clicking on a visualization tab, further you can see the 3D models of the CAD parts. Now this is the option filter which I was talking about. So once your configurable product is ready and the options and choices are assigned, or the expressions are assigned to the specific parts, now you can play with them. You can try out the different combinations, and you can find out what kind of variants can be created, and if those are repetitive or redundant in multiple assemblies, you can save those variant specifications as a filters. Now this is the picture about the variant builder, where on the left hand side, whenever the options and choices get selected, the CAD parts gets updated automatically, and the 3D models get also updated according to the choice selection of the choices. Now we'll talk about what is new in the Windchill latest version. So in Windchill 10.2 provides advanced expressions where you can write your custom Java files depending upon the specific custom requirements of the organization or business strategies. The expressions on parts and part usage links. Now I would like to explain a bit more about the expressions on parts and part usage links. Like the parts which are considered as a unique. So no matter which assembly it is, no matter which department it is, but when I select some option X and choice Y, that part should get selected. In that case, the expressions will be applied on that part. But if the same part is used in different assemblies, but with the selection of different options and choices, in that case, the expressions will be applied on the part usage links. It also provides standard collector for supporting for part list and collecting the associated objects. Windchill 10.2 publishes the option sets to enterprise production systems which are supported by the PTC. Even Windchill 11.0, when the ESI options and variants integration is installed, the configurable BOMs or process plans can be published along with their associated option set and their expressions. Whereas you can propagate options and variants between the BOMs in the manufacturing associative part structure browser. You can also define your options and variants for the process plan structures in the process plan. So this is how the selection of the choices can be done in a process plan windows. All right, let's jump into the live demo. This is my Windchill system, and in which I have created the product as a cars. You can have a look at all the attributes or the information about this product, the name of this product, or the description, the owner who has created it, when it is created, and some system related information. Now the option pool which I was talking about, which acts like a central database for creating all your options and choices. Now this is cars as my context. Now, and below that there is a tree of options and choices. Now AC, color, engine, type, tire, these are my options. And if you click on if you select any of the option in the right pane, you can see the more details about that option. Even further, you expand this option. Now under the AC option, which are different choices are available for selection during the variant creation. So under AC, the Godrej, LG, Samsung, Voltas, Whirlpool, these are the choices are available. Now here you can add the more choices, or even you can delete the more specific choice from this table. Same like for the color engine, I have created different choices for it. Now option set, it's just like the template. So before going to the variant, so what are the required options and choices? I will club them and I'll create a set, and this set will be, I will call it as an option set. Now for creating the Suzuki Swift, I have created one option set where you can see in their structure what are all options and choices that I have created. Now on all these options and choices, I can apply some rules that you can see on the left hand side. Now exclude rules that one I have applied, like whenever I'll select AC as a Godrej, the tire MRF will be excluded from the variant, whereas for the enable rule will make you some choices available for the selection. Now here's the folder structure for this product. Now in AC folder, I have created all the parts that are required with respect to the choices that I'm going to select. So I created the part for Voltas, Godrej AC and Whirlpool. In the same way, I have created this sub-assembly under which all these ACs will be child parts of this configurable module. Same way for car body, I have created different parts. For engine, I have created different parts. Now coming to the configurable model of this Suzuki Swift. Now 7878 Suzuki Swift is my configurable product for the Suzuki Swift. Now the details page will give you all the information about this this configurable part. When you go to the structure, you'll able to see the actual part structure. Now all these configurable modules that I have created under this 7878 Suzuki Swift configurable product. If you expand this configurable model, which is nothing but a sub-assembly, it will have the red body, silver body, white body. These are the parts which will get selected on selection of your option and choices. Now I'll show you how the expression will be assigned. So now any WT part that is added into the structure, you can assign a different options and choices to these WT parts. So for the red body WT part, for the design option, I have selected the red as a color and type as a hatchback. So in the summary, it will give you the information what options that you have selected. In the same way for silver body, I have assigned the expression like a silver and type is hatchback. The same way for all the configurable models and the parts, like the AC Voltas AC Suzuki, Godrej, Whirlpool, and tires and the engine parts, I have assigned all the expressions. Now my configurable part is ready to create the different variants. When I want to create a different variant, I'll go to the actions menu and click on a configure action. So this window will pop up, which will give you a lot of options for filtering. Now here on different configurations like view or different lifecycle set, you can filter out your structure. Now coming to the main part, the option filter. Now depending upon the different options and choices, I want to see how the variant going to create. Now I'll select the Godrej. I want Godrej, the AC of type Godrej. I want color as a red. I will select the Maruti Suzuki as an engine. Now you can see the type of the car is hatchback. Now you can see the MRF tire is frozen. It is not available for selection. The reason because the configurable rule that I had set, whenever I select the Godrej as the AC, the MRF tire will be excluded from the filter or the variant creation structure. So once I'm done with selection of all the choices and options, so you can see what are the options and choices that I've created. And when you click on the next button, you can see the actual variant, how it is going to be created. Now, under this color Suzuki, I had selected red as an option, so the red body has been selected over here. I had selected Godrej as my choice of AC, so the Godrej part has been selected over here. The Continental part has been selected because the tire I was selected Continental, and the same way the Maruti Suzuki engine is selected. Now this is the preview of your variant, and when you click on the next button, if the same variant is already available in your Windchill, like this set of selection, all the options and choices, is if it is already available or already used in any of the assemblies, then in this table it will be displayed to use for the reusage, for reusing it. Otherwise, you can create the new variant specification. Finally, you can give the name for that variant. So this will create your variant specification, which will talk about what are the different options that you have selected, different choices for different options that you have selected, and further for your final deliverable, that is your variant, you can request for the deliverables, which will create your new model variant. This is one of the variant that I have created earlier. So all the variants will have a number, specific number, start from VD that is specifying this is a variant design, and it will have all the part structures that we saw in our preview. So just by making clever use of the configuration rules within the PDC Windchill and modeling techniques of an assemble to order strategy with the flexibility of an ETO strategy. So that's all I have for this presentation. Thank you, Matt, and thanks everyone for the listening to me.
Thank you, Sadanand. I'm going to take over here real quick. If you have any questions, please do me a favor and write those in now. I know some of you actually kind of wrote a question or two previously, so we'll cover that as well. But as you're writing in your questions here, guys, we'll kind of do some just maintenance business here. If you are looking to take your Windchill skills to the next level, we do provide PTC certified training classes in 6 training facilities throughout the U.S. We also do on-site training or virtual training as well. Feel free to browse our training schedule by visiting our website, b-wi.com/training. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our National Training Manager, Joe Ferret, directly, and he can help you find the right class that you're looking for. All of our webcasts are archived. You can access those at b-wi.com/webcast to view it at your convenience. And if you have any other questions, you can reach out to me. But please type in any questions that you may have now, and we'll go through them. So now the first question that I have: is there an intersection between options and variants that configure price, quote, CPQ solutions? And if so, can you explain what it is and how to be successful?
All right. So depending upon the differentiated prices, so you can create different options and the choices like in what category type of price that you want to differentiate that product. So you can create a corresponding options, and using the option filter, the way I had shown, there were two tabs. One was for the sales option, and one for the sales option and one for the design options. And using this filter and the expressions that I was talking about, using different config, include, enable, and exclude rules, expressions, you can manage those in your Windchill options and variants models.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's all the questions that we have for this one. Anyone actually just had one come in? Does any of the new 10.2 and 11.0 features shown on a slide require additional purchases, or do they come standard in Windchill?
So the options and variants, you need not to buy any license. By only choosing the preference, you can have this configurable model support. Now, the Windchill 10.2 for advanced expressions, or the Windchill 11.0, there's some ERP connector and ES I was talking about. So there is some PTC does not provide end-to-end implementation, but there is some kind of customization for the TIPCO as well to have the propagation of all these options, choices, and sets propagate from Windchill to the ERP solutions. So PTC supports some of the ERP connectors and ESI tools. For those tools, the propagation of this information is possible.
Next question is, how does this work with the CAD files? Does it automatically create correlating CAD files?
All right, so whenever you create your CAD part or CAD assembly, when you check in the CAD part, you have to analyze and study how your options and all your configurable models that are created in the same structure. You can create your CAD part structure, and when you are checking into the Windchill, those get associated with some of the links called as the owner links or image or distribution links. And the one slide which I was showing, so each configurable model will get associated with your CAD part, and it will represent the same option and choices. Now the same option and choices, you can see them in your Creo variant builder also.
Okay. Next one is, can you explain how Windchill would create the Creo assembly, and how does it know how to assemble each part together?
Okay, so here the strategy which I was talking about, engineer to order, that can be used. So whenever you create a simple part structure, the same part structure you can use to create your CAD assembly, and the Windchill, whenever it creates the WT part, and with the same name, when you create the CAD part in a Creo, So while during the check-in, the Windchill looks for the same, the part name or the part number, the unique attributes, and it will identify which WT part should be associated with which CAD part, and that's how the CAD parts of the Creo will get associated with your Windchill.
Okay. It looks like, unless anybody throws in a quick question here, those are all the questions that we've gotten. So with that, we will end it. So that, thank you everybody for joining us. Like I said, if you do have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is there on the screen. We'll be having another webcast in relation to BOM related to Windchill information next month, and then we will also actually February 17th we'll be covering Creo 4.0 if you'd like to join us for that webcast as well. Again, thank you everyone. Thank you, Sadanand. Great job today, and we look forward to seeing you all at the next webcast. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Good day.
Bye-bye.